camera. There was a boy named Matthew, and he was 14 years old. It was his father's birthday, and he wanted to buy him something nice. Unfortunately, he didn't have very much money, so he decided to go to a flea market. Browsing through the stalls and car boot sales, he spotted a camera. He remembered that his father had always wanted one, so he picked it up and took a look at it. The camera was a bit old and there were some scratches and scuff marks on the outside. But when he looked through the viewfinder, everything was clear. Even though it was second-hand, it seemed in good condition. To see if it worked, he took a picture of a large mirror that was propped up against a nearby table. He asked the seller how much he wanted for it. The price was cheaper than he had expected, so he immediately handed over the cash and bought it. As he was leaving, the seller mentioned that the camera had once belonged to 4 college students who had mysteriously disappeared. When he heard this, Matthew was a little unnerved. All of a sudden, he heard a sound of breaking glass. When he spun around, he saw that the mirror he had taken a picture of had just fallen over and shattered into tiny pieces. That evening, Matthew, his mother, and his little brother waited anxiously for his father to come home from work. As soon as he opened the door, they shouted, "Happy birthday!" and started giving him gifts. The camera was exactly what his father wanted. He went out to the garden to test out the camera and took a picture of a tree and the family dog. A few hours later, the tree withered and died. The family dog ran out the front of a car and was killed. Saddened by these events, Matthew sat alone in the garden and examined the camera. He discovered that there were other photos saved in the memory. He found pictures that the 4 students had taken of themselves before their disappearance. That was when it finally dawned on him. The camera was cursed. He had to tell his parents. He dropped the camera on the grass and ran inside the house. "Dad, Dad, the camera is cursed," he cried. "Whatever the picture it takes gets destroyed or dies." They raced out into the garden again, and Matthew was horrified to see his brother playing with the camera. Quickly he ran over and snatched it out of the little boy's hands. "Did you take pictures?" Matthew demanded. "Yes, why?" he replied. Matthew's heart sank. "What did you take a picture of?" he asked. "I took a picture of the sun," said his little brother. "Cool, right?" Suddenly it started to grow very dark.